Hello friends and welcome back to our YouTube channel Gadget Rishi. Today's scenario, we have a leaking mechanical seal on the lube oil priming pump for one of our Daihatsu generators. So we will take up the replacement of mechanical seal in this video. First things first, we do the electrical isolation, switch off the power supply to the electrical side of the priming pump. We do some basic isolations on the engine also, like shutting the air and taking local control. Then we remove the protective cover to get access to the coupling between the motor and the pump. Next, we remove the foundation bolts of the motor, and also what you see here is the locating pin. So in addition to the 4 foundation bolts, we also have 2 locating pins. These are what they look like, and it is very important to give the correct alignment, and it has been done by the maker, and they have provided us the locating pins to get the exact alignment. So having removed those 4 foundation bolts, we can remove the motor. Now we remove the rubber coupling, and as you can see, as I turn the pump clockwise, it starts pumping oil. So what we have to do is we have to turn the pump anti-clockwise to put the oil back to the engine. So whatever oil is there in the line, we are returning it to the engine, so that as we open things, we don't make a mess, oil mess. So we are loosening the 2 bolts on the mechanical seal cover. Then we measure the distance of the 1/2 of the coupling on the pump side, because we need to remove this coupling. So for that we need to undo this Allen screw. And then you can tap the coupling half out using a soft hammer with gentle strokes. Next, we remove the shaft key, and now we can completely remove the mechanical seal cover, which is being secured by these 2 bolts. Earlier I had only loosened them. So now the cover is out. The cover also includes 1/2 of the seal. Remember, the seal comes as a pair of 2 halves. One is the rotating half, one is the stationary half. So the stationary half is already out with the cover, and this is the rotating half, which goes together with the shaft, or on the shaft rather. So now this is the second half been taken out. So a mechanical seal is now completely removed. Now what I am doing is, this is just an additional step, but it is good to do so that we are sure that the overhaul goes smooth. So there is a distance piece inside. It's rather a securing piece which determines the correct position of the mechanical seal, exactly where it should go. So I will just make sure that it is securely tightened. So for that we are removing the housing cover. So all the bolts need to be taken out in order to get access to the shaft inside, specifically to the piece which we were talking about. Now, having removed the cover out, this is that piece I was mentioning. It is very important that this piece is in the correct position, because it determines the correct seating of the mechanical seal and the right amount of tension, so that the seal is a good seal and oil does not leak out. It is secured by 2 Allen screws, so I just made sure that the screws are tight and it is nicely sitting in the correct position. So now we put the cover back. We blow some air, compressed air, just to remove any debris or any dirt which might have been there inside, before we are actually ready to mount the new mechanical seal. So everything looks good. The shaft is nice and clean. The seating area of the mechanical seal has been cleaned nicely using compressed air, and now we are ready to mount the new mechanical seal. So first we remove the old mechanical seal 1/2, the stationary half, which goes inside the cover. So it's just been removed. This is the full set, the old set of the mechanical seal that has been removed, although there are no major damages, but still maybe because of routine wear and tear it was leaking. And now we have nicely cleaned the cover and everything is in place to install the new mechanical seal. So this is the rotating half, nice and shiny, brand new from the spare part box. So before mounting this, you need to lightly oil the inside of the rubber portion which will slide onto the shaft. Slightly smear with oil before sliding it onto the shaft. And remember, you only have to use your fingers, no tools or something to install it in place. This is the stationary half or the second half which goes inside the cover. And then once the cover is inside, now we are putting the key. So now we are doing the reverse of what we did earlier to remove it. So at this point I will not put the securing bolts for the mechanical seal cover because there will be some hammering and positioning involved, so I don't want to risk damaging the mechanical seal, the newly mounted one. So after the key, now it's time for the one half of the coupling to be installed, coupling on the pump side. And as we had measured the distance earlier, and if you can see on the key there is a marking also from the securing screw earlier, but we will make sure with the vernier caliper the exact distance how it was and the alignment, radial alignment all over. So it looks in position now, and now we are just verifying the distance of how it was earlier when it was mounted. Having confirmed that, we are now ready to tighten and lock it in place with its Allen screw. So now we will install the two screws or the bolts for the mechanical seal cover, although I am not tightening it fully as yet. Next is we prepare the foundation of the motor. So these were some shims which were there from the original installation. This is the rubber coupling. So the motor is mounted back in position with the two locating pins as well as the 4 foundation screws sitting on that small 1.5 mm shims as from the original installation, and the two halves of the coupling have now been coupled using the rubber insert in between them. So now everything is in place. So this is the time we will tighten the mechanical seal cover, and tightening has to be done evenly. Both the halves have to be tightened together, and you have to make sure that we don't apply any excessive force while tightening, because that can end up in breaking the mechanical seal or damaging it. So just making sure that the shaft from the pump side and the motor side coupled together can move freely, and also we are moving it in the correct rotation direction of rotation so that we can prepare for venting it. Yeah, all the air has to be vented. So on the vent connection, I am putting my finger, making sure air is escaping out and that oil is entering into the system. Now we have switched on the breaker and given it a test run, and also we are opening the air vent just to be sure that all the air has been vented out and the circulation is good. This is the connection for the mechanical seal cooling. So we compare the amperage drawn by the pre-lube oil pump with that of the other engine, making sure it is in range. Yeah, and now we have installed the protecting cover as well. So everything has been put back how it was removed, and the test run has been successful. There are no signs of leakage. Pump is running smooth no leaks, and that completes our job. So I hope you liked the video, and I hope it brought some clarity on doing the job safely, smoothly, and see you in the next video.